If you're looking for the wild heart of La Gomera, you'll find it in the north. This is the side of the island that feels properly dramatic, and it's all centered around one place, Vallehermoso. I'm Ronnie, and my travel style can be a little intense. I like to see it all, do it all, and experience everything that a place has to offer. So if you're up for a really immersive travel experience, you're in the right place. Today, we're going down into Vallehermoso, which is this one here. Massive rock. Huge. I'm down in the town of Vallehermoso, in the valley of Vallehermoso, in La Gomera. This is the largest region by size on the island. And this town's like the administrative centre of it. But Vallehermoso means beautiful valley, which you can kind of understand why. Beautiful valley is one way to put it. Dramatically spiky valley, probably more accurate, but doesn't have the same ring to it. Town's got this little square, Plaza de la Constitución, but it's dominated by this enormous rock, Roque Cano. Whenever you can see it, I can't see because the sun's on my eyes. It's quite lively actually this morning. A lot going on. If you ignore the car park, look at that view. Incredible, isn't it? That way. And we've got a view to the rock this way. For a small town, it's got all the essentials. You're not going to be spoiled for choice, but you can get a decent coffee, which for me is the main thing. This beautiful little cafe. It's a beautiful little town. Quite lively around that square. So I'm wondering if it's like a holiday weekend. All of these little alleyways. They're so cute. That rock really towers over the town. Well, agriculture is obviously pretty important here. All the different colours of flowers in this one. So pretty. I can hear the church. The Iglesia de Juan Bautista. Where was I? Maybe Gran Canaria? I think Gran Canaria has a church named after San Juan Bautista. Very pretty. There's not a massive amount here, like most little towns on this little island, but there seem to be a few restaurants. There's a nice cafe. There's a botanical garden, so it's currently closed. And there's a little pebble beach. I'm going to go down and see that. But a valley this big eventually has to meet the sea, so I headed down to the coast to see what was what. I'm down at the little pebble beach. But despite the sky being clear, the waves are still pretty rough. No swimming here. They do actually have a swimming pool here, but it's dry at the minute. That's a pity. Able to swim with at least the sound of the sea. Still beautiful though. I think there's a hike, like a coastal hike that starts from here as well. Seems to be a lot of people coming here to go down and walk along that way. I mean, the nice thing about Pebble Beach is that you don't get dirty. It's pretty deserted here. There are 4 people on the beach in total in front of me. Just sitting watching the waves. It's very chill. It's so warm as well. But like a nice warm, not uncomfortable. It's just as well, it's like big pebbles, because if I lay down here I would fall asleep. After not getting swept away by the Atlantic, I thought I'd check out the other side of the valley. A short, and as it turns out, pretty eventful drive inland to find a reservoir called La Encantadora. I've driven up the other side of the valley a little bit to where there's this reservoir. In this little town, little village. It's beautiful. The old buildings and stuff. The landscape here. It's so lush. I keep saying that, don't I? So this little village here is Rosas de las Pierdas, which I believe means roses from the lost. Lost roses? That's not very nice. I won't translate. Let's look at this little dam here. Look at this little guy. So I had a little bit of a panic. I was down on that beach and I drove up here, which is only 10 minutes away, but it's up a narrow road and there's not really a great deal of room for cars to pass. So it's not the easiest road. And I got here, went to go and get my camera out and went, it's still on the beach. So I raced back down very quickly. Luckily, a German couple had taken my spot and they'd kept the camera safe in the shade for me. So they thought someone would come back for it. Bless them. So, yeah, that would have been a bit of an expensive mistake. Yeah, we've got this reservoir. And of course, we've got the massive mountains behind us. It's beautiful, very peaceful. Only 10 minutes from Vallehermoso. What a beautiful view. I mean, I know the dam itself is man-made and concrete and ugly, but it allows you to access this, right? There's the other side of it. Obviously quite dry. I'm guessing this is to provide water for the town. But yeah, that is something else. I suppose that's one of the great things about La Gomera. Are sites like this, bits like this, that if the island had much more tourism, or was much more populous, would be developed and probably spoiled a bit. And this is where the day went a bit sideways. You see, with a view this good, you get ambitious. You start thinking, I know, I'll get the drone out for an epic shot. Famous last words. Do you see those cables? Yeah, I didn't either. So my drone's now at the bottom of that lovely reservoir. I can't retrieve it because it's in water and you can't actually get down to the reservoir either. So even if I wanted to go for a swim and fish it out, I couldn't. So after a day of spectacular views and equally spectacular incompetence, I headed back to the main square to put my thoughts together. I don't come to La Gomera for lots of exciting things to see and do. It's a very quiet place. I say this as there's... Yeah, it's a pretty quiet place, pretty chill. And it's mostly just about the landscape, really. Very lush, green, quite cute. Everything's quite cute. There's nothing overly grand about it. That's it from the wild side of La Gomera, a place that's beautiful, quiet, and apparently very good at eating drones. If you enjoyed watching my mild misfortune, give this video a like, and if you want to see where I mess up next, it's probably best you subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Vallehermoso. Cheers, see you soon.